Nobody's coming. No one is handing you your dream life. You've got two choices: build it from pain or bury it with regret. What you do now writes the next chapter. So, who are you going to become? You say you want more, you claim you dream bigger, you post your affirmations, you mind map your grand vision in midnight journals. But when morning comes, your habits whisper something else. You hit snooze. You trade your ambition for another episode. You drown your potential in dopamine, and suddenly your dream becomes a ghost haunting you, but unreachable. Let me ask you, who are you pretending to be? You've built an identity out of aspirations, not actions. A version of you that exists in highlight reels, not daily discipline. You say you want success, freedom, and respect, but your days are built on excuses, not execution. You tell friends you're working on yourself, but your screen time says otherwise. You claim you're preparing for greatness, yet each night you chase comfort over growth. You speak like a lion but walk like a shadow. And the worst part, you start to believe your disguise. I'm on the journey, I'm doing the work. One day my moment, but where are the scars? Where is the sacrifice? Because deep down, your soul understands. You've settled for the facade. Every morning you say you'll change. You'll wake early, you'll grind, you'll blow the world away. But the day comes, and you don't, again and again. And each failure to show up chips away at your integrity until the mirror becomes the only judge left standing. Uncompromising, merciless. Who are you pretending to be? Let's peel this layer by layer. The journal myth: you buy the journal, you fill it with gratitude, you sketch out the dream body, you write nightly affirmations. And it feels good until the weight of those pages confronts your empty mornings, until the cover closes and excuses take the space where action should live. You think journaling is work, but it's a rehearsal. It's performance art without the art. Real change doesn't start in a pen. It starts when the alarm shatters the silence, when your muscles ache before your mind speaks, when the first rep whispers, "This is who I am." The quiet death of habits. Every time you watch one more video, scroll one more feed, delay one more habit, it dies. Like a plant ignored, your habits wither in digital weeds. You've got routines there, just invisible, not rooted in purpose, not backed by action. Breakfast becomes another cup of coffee and a promise deferred. Morning becomes noon, noon becomes regret. The person you pretend to be, did they skip another day? The mask of confidence. You speak about goals with thunder. You plaster your Instagram with summit pics and power poses. You want people to believe you're fearless, but behind the scenes, you cancel on gym day, you're ghosting accountability. You bury your anxiety under brand slogans. You're not fake, you're frightened. Frightened of failure, of pressure, of showing up and finding the stage empty. So you hide behind filters and lines like, "I'm working." Growth doesn't go viral. The screaming guilt: you can't sleep because you're haunted by "am I enough?" Because the voice in your head knows you didn't need more clever quotes. You didn't need the perfect playlist or sermon. You needed one F asterisk, 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 asterisk-ing decision. Show up. That morning you skipped. That class you didn't take. That rep you refused. They were votes cast for who you won't be. The identity shift. Here's where it gets real. You're not a self-help junkie. You're a mortgage homeowner, a parent, an adult who needs solutions on demand. You don't have the luxury of trial and error. You need to focus, precision, discipline. Because the world isn't waiting. Your bills aren't waiting. Your opportunity isn't waiting. So let's untangle this lie you keep telling yourself: I'm becoming, I'm getting there, ... double quotes. No, you already are. If you show up every damn day, no matter how bleak. If you say no to excuses, if you choose one more rep when your muscles burn, if you open that app at 5 a.m., if you close your mouth on the extra slice, if you write one more line, if you send that pitch, if you step on stage, even though your hands tremble, then you are. That's not a future vision. That's you right now. And yes, it hurts. Yes, it's boring. Yes, it's lonely. But that's where real identity is forged. The mirror reckoning. Look now. No filter, no highlights. Just you, right at this moment. Are you building the man, the legend, the force you pretend to be? Or are you leaving him in your journals, your ideals? Because let me be blunt, you can't fake your way into greatness. You can't broadcast your evolution, you have to live it. Take the eyes off the mirror, put them on the path, and walk as if you're already him. I am the disciplined man. I am the builder. I am the force. Say it, believe it, be it. The carb of comfort. Comfort feels like warmth, but it suffocates, like a velvety pillow that traps your fire, like a silent killer of your ambition. Your feast on his, but that feast rots your courage. Those 5 extra minutes, they collect, they compound, they bury your best self in the momentum you never muster. All future you becomes a casualty of comfort, the death of pretending. So let's give that version a eulogy. Announce it publicly. I used to pretend I wore bravery like a costume, but today, I choose flesh over fantasy. Because don't ever fool yourself. Your identity isn't made in here, it's sworn in when you stand. When you sweat, When your heartbeat shouts, "I will," the raw truth, because transformation isn't marketed. It's earned. It's internal. It's sacred. So before you think about the next scene, ask, are you ready to stop pretending? Not after this video, not after your next detox, not after you feel inspired, but starting now, this exact second, will you choose to become the person you claim to want to be? Because that version is not in the future. He's in the making, and your next move determines everything. You've stood at the edge of your potential for too long, looking out, imagining, wishing, but never jumping. Because of the leap, it scares you. And deep down, you know why? Because once you jump, once you decide, you don't get to lie to yourself anymore. That version of you in the mirror, the one who pretends he dies the moment you choose discipline. The line in the sand, there's always a line. In the quiet but undeniable. It separates maybe one day from no more excuses. And once you cross it, everything changes. No more talking big and acting small. Because when you decide to become him, the real you set fire to your fallback plans. You eliminate safety nets. You cut off exits. And you bet everything on discipline. Discipline isn't sexy. It doesn't trend on TikTok, it doesn't get likes, but it will rebuild you day by day, brick by brick. It's the voice that says, I don't care how you feel, get up anyway. You said you'd do this, so do it. You're not skipping another rep, another step, another day. It's not about motivation anymore. That ship sailed. This is about ownership of your life, your body, your craft, your soul. You want to become the version of you that you admire. Then you'd better get used to darkness, because this journey doesn't come with claps. It comes with cold mornings, late nights, lonely meals, uncomfortable truths. It comes with failure, embarrassment, and discipline without results. But you know what it also comes with? Peace, confidence, strength that doesn't shake when life hits back. Because the version of you who finishes what he starts, he doesn't live in applause, he lives under pressure. You're not fighting the world, you're fighting yourself. The you that makes excuses, the one who wants to stay in bed, the you that rationalizes weakness. You want transformation, then kill that version every single day. Kill him when your alarm rings. Kill him when you're tempted to scroll instead of sweating. Kill him when fear whispers you're not ready. Because he's not real. He's not the truth. He's the ghost of your past. And he dies only when you act in direct defiance of him. You don't become strong by thinking. You become strong by repeating. Repetition builds identity. You wake up early again, you train again, you execute when no one's watching him, and slowly you become unrecognizable to your old friends, to your distractions, even to yourself. You become that guy you used to look up to, but only if you outlast the old you. Let's be honest, you've been broken before. Maybe you're still bleeding from those moments. But let me tell you something brutal and beautiful. The strongest version of you will be built from what almost destroyed you. You're not starting clean. You're starting from rock bottom, and that's your superpower. Because nothing creates urgency like pain. Nothing burns brighter than regret converted into resolve. You don't need more books. You need more burn. Right here, right now. You can choose to change the ending of your story, but it doesn't happen with another plan, another playlist, another quote. It happens with a decision. No more pretending, no more fake progress, no more unfinished promises. I am the man I've been waiting to become. And that choice, it gets tested every morning. Did you wake up when you said you would? Did you train when it got inconvenient? Did you stick to your word when no one else was watching? That's identity. That's the life you pretend to live becoming real. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror and not recognized who's staring back? Not because you've changed, but because you haven't. Because deep down, you know you're meant for more. But somehow, every day ends the same. You go to bed with good intentions and wake up already behind. That's where Marcus was. After all the I'll do better tomorrow. After all the journals, the quotes, the morning routines, nothing changed. He realized something terrifying. He didn't have a lack of motivation. He had a habit of breaking promises to himself. It wasn't the world holding him back. It was him. Every missed rep, every snoozed alarm, every goal that died in his notes app. It wasn't a failure. It was betrayal. Because when you lie to yourself enough, you stop trusting your voice. You start thinking, this is just who I am. Maybe I'm not built like the people I look up to. Maybe I'm just average. That's what Marcus believed for a long time, until one night, something snapped. It was a cold Thursday, raining late. He came home from a job he hated, soaked and silent. He dropped his bag, sat on the floor, and just stared. No music, no scrolling, just silence, and the weight of wasted years pressing down on his shoulders. He whispered something he hadn't dared to say out loud. I'm scared this is all I'll ever be. That night changed him. Not because he felt better, but he got sick of the sound of his excuses. No more pity parties, no more waiting for motivation, no more promises he wouldn't keep. He decided on one simple truth. I will never break a promise to myself again. Day one, no applause, just act soon. He didn't wait until Monday. He didn't wait for New Year's. He started right then. That hour, that minute. He set one rule. Build trust with yourself again. Show up every day, no matter how small. And it started with waking up at 5 a.m., no scrolling, no snooze, just up. The first day sucked. His eyes burned. His body screamed. But when that alarm went off and he rose, something shifted. He felt power. Tiny. Barely there. But it was real. And it was his. Not from a gym PR. Not from a promotion. From keeping a promise no one saw. But him. Day 15, still showing up. Still quiet. Still building. Discipline started to replace doubt. Momentum replaced overthinking. Routine replaced self. In that mirror, it started showing someone different. Not because his body changed there, but because his eyes changed. There was conviction. Purpose. Marcus wasn't trying to become someone else anymore. He was remembering who he was. The world will doubt you, but it's deadly when you start doubting yourself. So Marcus did something brave. He forgave himself for the years lost, for the chances wasted, for the standards he let slip. He didn't pretend it didn't happen. He owned it, but he refused to let those broken pieces define him. And here's the truth for you. You don't need another plan. You don't need more hype. You need one thing. A decision. A decision to stop lying to yourself. To stop betraying the one person who's stuck with you for life. You want to change. Then look yourself in the eye tonight and ask, do I trust myself? If the answer is no, then let today be the last time. Start small. Start scared. But start. And never break your word again. Because discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent enough to rebuild the belief that you can trust your own hands to build your future. Everyone talks about the breakthrough like it's some fireworks moment. But Marcus learned the truth. Breakthrough doesn't explode. It creeps. It's not loud. It's not cinematic. It's silent. You wake up one day and realize you didn't hate yourself when you looked in the mirror. You feel calm. Not because life is easy, but because you trust yourself now. It's been 6 months. Marcus still gets up at 5 a.m., still trains, still reads, still works, without applause. But here's what's different. He doesn't need motivation anymore. He doesn't chase highs. He is the standard now. Because once you've been in hell and crawled out by yourself, nothing scares you anymore. The old version of me would have stopped 100 times by now. Marcus thinks about that often, about who he used to be. The guy who talked big, dreamed bigger, but never followed through. The guy who lied to himself so often he didn't know what truth felt like anymore. That version is dead now, buried under 180 mornings of discomfort, of discipline, of showing up without needing someone to clap. Here's what no one tells you. Discipline is freedom. Consistency is self-respect, and the real flex is being proud when no one else even knows what you did. A quiet empire. Marcus didn't go viral. He didn't win the lottery. He didn't stumble into success. He earned it. Bit by bit, choice by choice, rep by rep. He launched a freelance business. Clients came slowly, but they came. His income tripled, not because of luck, but because people trust the energy of someone who trusts themselves. That's the secret sauce. When you walk in discipline, people feel it. The mentor he needed. Now Marcus is mentoring others. Not preaching, not bragging, just showing up as proof. He tells them the same thing he told himself. You want confidence? Keep your word. You want peace? Show up when it's hard. You want to win? Stop quitting. Because better days don't come to those who wait. They come to those who refuse to stop moving. Are you watching this? You've got two choices. Wait. Keep waiting. For motivation, for clarity, for the perfect time. Move even scared, even unprepared, even broken. Guess which one builds something real? Don't die in the planning stage. Marcus wasted years thinking about who he could be now. He is that person. Not because he's special, not because he had resources, but because he made a promise, and he kept it in you. You could start tonight. If this story spoke to something deep inside you, if you feel like you've been breaking promises to yourself for too long, then this is the moment. Right here, star. Don't wait for a Monday. Don't wait for January. Don't wait for someone to believe in you. Be the one who believes in you. Comment below. What's one habit you'll show up for starting today, no matter what? Like this video if you're done with the version of yourself that quits. Subscribe to Growth Paradox. Because this isn't just another motivational channel. It's a movement of people who show up, stay disciplined, and build in silence until the world has no choice but to notice.